Giorgio Morandi, he lived from 1890 to 1964. So he had a nice long life, 74 years. He's a great person to study when you are learning how to incorporate value, draw from life, as well as compose pieces. Morandi was obsessive in his drawings. He drew the same things over and over again. Let's look at a couple of his pieces of art in just 1 minute. But there he is. He was an Italian artist. He lived in Bologna, Italy, really not that long ago. Okay, you see what Morandi does. He sets things up. What is he using? Is he using any rule of thirds? Is he using any phi grids or divine proportion? I'm going to let you see. If I were to guess, I would say that he was using maybe a little bit of rule of thirds with the horizon line back here. Maybe the handle is part of the golden spiral from divine proportion. Let's move on. Okay. As you can see, he is Italy's most famous still life painter. His paintings now sell for a lot of money. Actually, our president just bought two to incorporate in the White House. Here we go. And his subject matter, you're going to see the same things, like I said, over and over again. Nothing has a label or indicates that this has to be from a certain country or even a certain time. They are very anonymous. And the theory is that sometimes Morandi may have taken members of his family and personified the vases and the glasses and the jugs and kind of symbolized the members of his family through what he incorporated in these paintings. So they do tell a story, although no one's quite sure exactly what the story is. Okay, let's see where this goes. Morandi, although he painted in oil, but he did use very kind of subtle, quiet colors. If you would pick up your thumb and block out the yellow rectangular vase in the center of this, just block it out and squint one eye, you're going to see that overall it's very muted, very tonal, these colors that he uses. Okay, painterly style, all that means is you can see the artist's hand in Morandi's work. Okay, it's definitely not made by a machine. Okay, and here are some of his drawing techniques. We're going to talk about this in just one moment. But can you see what techniques is Morandi using in here, in this drawing on the right? If you said that he is using hatching and cross hatching, you are completely correct. Okay. Here's a copy of, well, just a comparison side by side of an artist that came before Morandi. His name was, I think, Jacques-Pierre Chardin. He was a Frenchman, and he lived, as you can see, about 200 years before Morandi did. Just for a little history of still life painting. Okay. All right, that's the end of there. I want you to talk about this one here. I want you to really look at this Morandi. It's an etching, which means it's drawn on a plate and then etched with acid before it's printed. But what do you notice about this? When you're looking at this, you can talk about what? Value. You can talk about the techniques he used. You can also talk a lot about the negative space. Look how interesting this is. If you were to describe, using your 4 steps of art criticism, describe this drawing to someone over the phone, what would you say about the subject matter there? Really look at it. What would you say about how Morandi uses line, value, texture? What would the analysis be for the 2nd step of art criticism? If you were to interpret this, what is the meaning behind this drawing? What meaning would you give to this? Finally, the last step of art criticism is judgment, evaluation. What value does this, in terms of worth, does this drawing have? I told you that his paintings sell for a lot of money. what intrinsic value does this have? What does it teach you? What does it tell you about Morandi's vision and his feelings about what he's drawn? If you can answer these questions, describe, analyze, interpret, and judge, you are well on your way to being a fully educated art student. Okay, that's the end of this screencast. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of Morandi's work. And now you can go back to your very own altered series drawing. Thank you.